Got it. Put it to speaker. Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening. How are you? So I had a different song playing too. Let's get that going. So how have you set your stage today, this morning, this evening? Week 7, meeting the mind. Don't let not having it feed upon itself. So let's close our eyes for a moment before we even begin to set the stage so that you can really be selective on the oil that you wish to use. Maybe you've grabbed the right one, maybe you're going to switch it. How the mind feeds upon itself. Just because you don't have something does not mean that it's not coming, that it's not on its way. So often the not having it starts to feed upon itself. I'm still in this situation. I know personally, but this is a big one for me. And this is why this is probably one of my favorite journeys that we do in the 11 weeks. After becoming the witness to the mind, now what? When we become a witness to the mind, we can recognize that it's literally an open canvas. And we do have so much influence on our vibration. The vibration that you have going on while you're asleep, the vibration you have when you're driving down the road, the vibration that you have while you're typing update for Instagram or Facebook. There's a vibration that's constantly going out into the world. And in that vibration are the entitlement and the rejections. So all the times that you have felt entitled, hey, I have this deserving power, I get this, that has a vibration. And well, I don't know if I'm quite so lucky, that also has a vibration. So when the mind starts to feed upon it, it's either feeding upon the entitlement of what you think that you get, or it's feeding on the story in the past that hasn't proved to serve you. And so therefore that's a solid story. And the more you buy into that story, even subconsciously, or invite that to somebody else, and then they hold that thought for you. It actually has its own life force. I was going to play an excerpt from Esther and Jerry Hicks, the stories from Abraham, and they have a wonderful blurb. And if I can find it, I'll put it in the email. I couldn't find it this morning, but it's really a wonderful reminder of how we are responding to our mind. So if we can transcend the mind, then the body and the vibration and the action generally follows. So put on your imagination creative cap. Think of having an open canvas in front of you. And then go ahead and select an oil, maybe an incense, something to start to remind you of that goal, that idea. I have clarity of the mind, so I can really be sharp and focused. I almost grabbed Wildflower Soul. That would be another good one, in my opinion. Putting it into my palms and then rubbing it right into the bottoms of my feet, rubbing it into my toes, into the ankles. Bring the palms back together and take a really nice deep inhalation and notice your mind. Where is it that it's helping you expand and explore, and where is it limiting you? Wow, that's really nice and sharp through the brain. It's got rosemary and bergamot, peppermint, lemon. One more breath. Nice deep breath in. Bring the thumbs into the heart. On your exhale, form the sound of Om. So wherever you're seated, we're going to connect to the mind, the body, our ability to remove unwanted feelings, fears, and really allow for the heart, the throat to process and create a new path. So whether you're seated on the floor, on a chair, or even standing, being aware of the grounding. Draw the palms straight up as the pinkies come close to the body. The thumbs are away. Flip the hands in front of the chest. Allow the palms to press straight out. Open the arms up wide, like you're creating this moat around you, and allow the arms to float back down. We'll do that just a few rounds. Inhaling, drawing the hands rising up in front of the body, the heart, the chest, allowing the palms to flip, pressing away from the throat, the neck. Create space, create room. Inhale as you connect the hands to the base. Remember that you are lifting and removing all unwanted thoughts and memories. You're using the mind and the body together. Stay with the breath. Stay with the inhale and the exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. 2 more. How is your mind feeding upon itself? Does it go back to a story? Lift that story up, push it out into the world. Now connect with a story that really connects with your desire, what you want. Lift that story up into your heart and into your chest. Put it out into the world. Lower the palms back down. Take a breath in with the oil on your hands. Lower the palms back down. We're going to come into breath of light. We're going to take 7 tiny sips in through the lips, 1 for each chakra. So, and then exhale it out through the nose. So 1 tiny sip for each chakra, the root, the solar plexus, the sacral plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. Hold it up and exhale it out. And I messed up the order a little bit on that one. We'll do that again. The root, the sacral plexus, the solar plexus, the heart, the throat, the third eye, the crown. Exhale it out. Do that all on your own. 3 more rounds. Two more rounds. One more. Hold the breath and exhale it out. This is a wonderful breath series to do for 5 minutes, 7 minutes. We're going to move on to 3 different mudras. Connecting in Vajrapradama mudra, the hands. So think of that thing that you want to create, that you want to transcend. We started 7 weeks ago and we had ideas and goals and things that we wanted to crystallize. And maybe between week 5, 6, 7, we start to go, it's not working, it's not working. I'm trying, it's not working. That's when we connect in. We say, yes, it is. Just because I can't see it does not mean that it's not working. Just because I don't have proof in front of me does not mean the universe isn't responding to this desire. So hold that thought with Vajrapradama, that connection, taking the right and the left palms, the right and the left sides of the brain, and saying to the self with that smile through the eyes, I've got this. I am supported. I can make this happen. And then moving the hands into Lotus mudra where the pinkies and the thumbs connect. The hands are straight up. We're breathing in. We're using the energy of love. So how do we make something happen? We lean in to the energy of love. We hold it. Now draw the palms straight up and then release the hands down into Apan mudra. The thumb and the middle fingers touch, the index finger and the pinky are extended. This is the mudra that says, I trust the universal flow. I trust that just because it's not going the way I think it should be, there's probably still happening for me. So all 3 mudras again. That first mudra, I've got this. The second mudra, let love lead my path. Let love whisper into my ear which way to go, how to respond, what to let go of. And then the third mudra, trusting the process, trusting the universal flow, not holding on to obstacles that are preventing us from getting what we want. So stay with that again a few more rounds. Each of the three mudras, connect your mind. You've got this. Allow the hands to bypass your face when you come into the Lotus mudra. Take a sweet sip in, perhaps of the oil. I've got this. Let love lead, and then trust. Maybe 2 more rounds. That personal connection to the universe, to divine power. Sift through the thoughts of your mind and release what's not serving. One more. Feel that connection, feel that confidence. I've got this. Let it flow through the eyes and the cheeks. Why do you have this? Because love is your superhero cape. It's attached to your back. It's guiding you. How do we know? Because you're a universal creature of the divine. Everything is working out for you. And after that last release down, come onto your mat into Vajrapradama. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, and we'll do a few cat-cows. I'm going to turn my mat a little bit sideways so you can kind of see. So pull the tailbone back, the chin forward. Flex, inhale, flex. And then we'll make these movements a little bit bigger. So we have 3 movements and 2 breaths. Inhale, pull the tailbone back. The nose comes up toward the sky. Exhale, come back down into your knees, into a child's pose, and the arms are forward, opening up the space along the ribs, the armpits. Crawl out the fingertips, create a little more space between the neck and the shoulders. Pull the tailbone long. Now inhale, come forward into the elbows, bending the arms, sipping the breath straight up. Gaze up toward the sky. Exhale, curl the tailbone down, come back into your child's pose. So 3 moves. We've got the child's pose, and then we've got cat and cow. And we have 2 breaths. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, curling back. And maybe you don't have complete availability for your child's pose. Go back as far as it feels comfortable and continue to move the breath through the spine, the navel, the neck, the shoulders, the knees. A few more rounds. Inhaling as you come up, exhaling as you come down. Inhale, come up. Exhale, come down. One more. We're going to come forward. Curl the spine and come into a high plank. If this doesn't serve you, drop down 1 knee at a time. There's your high plank. The palms are directly underneath the shoulders. Come back to your breath of fire. Exhale through the nose. You're going to do 3 rounds. If this is too intense for you, come onto your knees or just do 1 knee at a time. And come down and just play with it with your breath. After your 3rd one, lower the left knee, draw the left arm underneath, and draw the right palm up. Now, maybe this is where you're going to stay. And if this is super easy for you, go ahead and extend the leg out and come into side plank on 1 arm. The legs are straight. If this is intense, come back down onto the 1 knee. Mike's going to stay up on 2 feet, 1 hand down. Now, if you wanted to make it even more intense, you could take the right leg and lift it up. You could gaze up at the right hand. You could look down at the left. If this is too intense for you, keep the 1 knee down and perhaps lift that leg up. Lift and lower. Just play with the balance. Watch yourself fall. Get to the point where you lose balance a little bit and then come back to it. Play with it. 1 more breath in, 1 more breath out. Lowering down, come back into high plank, opposite side. Flip over to the opposite side, draw the palms straight up, and either lower down onto one knee and play with the leg lift there, or just stay on one knee with the foot on the ground, or just hold the leg up, or come up onto 2 feet, draw the palm up, gaze up toward the sky, look down toward the hand, allow the leg to lift if that serves you, play with the balance, lift and lower. Notice that one side might be easier than the other, and then come back into high plank, come onto the knees, draw the right arm straight up, expanding that side, and then thread the needle through. Sit back, open up the shoulders. Allow the hips to draw back toward the heels. Allow the head to relax. Use the weight of your body to open up space in the shoulders. We move the body to remove the stagnant thought that groups around joints, muscle tissues. Nice deep breath, lean back into the left arm, draw the right palm straight back up again, looking at it, and then lower it back down. Draw the left palm straight up, thread that needle. Again, notice the mind. Now the hips can be up really high, or they can sit back toward the heels. Find your breathing easy and full. Notice how your breath is affecting the posture that you're in. Allow the eyes to be soft, maybe 1/10 open or fully closed. Fully closed. Have your eyes fully closed. Fully closed. Draw the left palm straight back up again. Inhale, watching it, and then lower it down. Now this could be a little bit tricky for some of you. We're going to come back into hero. So maybe this works for you, maybe not. Maybe you want a block in between and you can sit back on that. Maybe you need to have that block up really, really tall and you can sit on that. Maybe you need a full cushion. Find your space and then start to walk your hands back. We're going to go into what's called full reclining hero. And this might be it. Fingers are forward, find the breath, inhale, exhale, squeeze the thighs. And we create a vulnerability on the front side of the body because it's hard sometimes to just trust. Sometimes we think that we need more action, more thought. And really often, sometimes we just need less. We need to just know that it's coming, relax, and not get in our own way. So if you can lean back, some people will be able to sit back and literally allow the whole upper body to lean all the way back. I'm not there. It's nice to lean on a chair too. One more breath in, one more breath out. Release the thighs. Push the palms straight up. Coming forward, up into a standing position. Sweep the arms straight up. Inhaling and exhaling. I'm thinking I should close this. It's just too bright. So coming into standing position, draw one knee up and flex, point the toe. Now maybe you're going to hold onto a wall or something next to you. If you can, bend down, maybe grab onto the foot. If you want to grab a strap or a blanket or a towel, or if you can grab onto with your hands, extend the legs straight out in front of you. So I'm going to show you a supported side. You just use a towel or a blanket and hold that leg out. Now, if you can go ahead and grab onto it with your 2 peace fingers and extend the leg straight out. Fantastic. If you can move the leg off to the side. Stay there and breathe. Find your space in this. Bend the knee and lower it down. And sometimes you can grab onto the foot, but it's just nice to use a blanket or a towel or something. Bend down, grab onto it, that toe. Well, first of all, grab the knee, flex, point the toe, circle it out. Again, hold on to a wall, a chair, it doesn't really matter. Play with that hamstring opening. Find a drishti, your focal point. Moving the leg to the side, keeping it in front. And then lower it down. Staying in the balancing mode, because it's out of balance that we feel when we can't get what it is that we desire. Come up into a tree posture, and the right foot can be rested on the floor, or the right foot can come up on the inside of the thigh. Just don't have it on the inside of the knee. So down by the ankle or up on the inner thigh. Draw the palms back into Vajrapradama mudra. I've got this. Feel that space. I've got this. Play with the balance. Notice how your mind feeds upon itself. One of my fun inside jokes with one of my friends comes from the Pretty Woman movie. And she goes, oh, mine are broken. And she's convinced that her glasses are broken. She just doesn't know how to use them. How many times do we think, this isn't working for me, this isn't working for me? And it's just not that challenging. It's something else. So from tree, we're going to flow right into dancers. Left hand comes into the belly, right hand captures the foot behind. And again, maybe that's where you stay. Maybe you're holding onto a wall and you're holding onto your foot, and that's as much as you need. Maybe you want to take a strap around your foot. You're going to hold onto the wall. Maybe you're going to go ahead and tip forward. And as you tip forward, allow that left arm to extend. Allow the right leg to come up behind you and just play with the posture of dancer. You can hold on to something if that helps you. You can extend the arm. And then lift back up. And lower it down. Opposite side. Actually, go ahead and take that ankle and cross it over the knee, and we'll come into a standing pigeon. That feels so good on the hips. And from there, bring the elbows into Lotus mudra. So the thumb and the pinky touch. The arms are up. The chin is up. One more breath. Lift the knee. Shake out that ankle, wiggle it out, and come to the other side. Stand on the left foot. This time, bring the hands into Lotus mudra. And the left foot can be either at the ankle or again, up at the inner thigh. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice how one side of the body has more stability than the other sometimes. No judgment, just observations. Perhaps you can take in the scent of the oil in your hands right there. Allow it to remind you not to let the mind feed upon itself. Just because what you desire isn't right in front of you does not mean it's not on its way. What if there's information you don't have yet that you're going to get later today or next week? And then release the right palm into the belly. Left hand captures that foot. Find your focal point and come into dancer's opposite side. Hold on to a wall. Grab a blanket behind you or a strap. Lifting up. Cross that ankle over the knee and come into Apan mudra. Pressing the thumb into the two middle fingers, allowing the thumb or the pinky and the index finger to be extended. Open up that hip, breathe, breathe, breathe. And then lift the knee back up. Wiggle it out. Inhale the palms straight up. Exhale, step the right leg back behind and come into what's called crescent. So my left foot is in front, my right foot is straight behind. Both knees are forward. Arms are straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Now press that right heel down, coming into warrior one. Right heel comes down, Left knee is forward. Shoulders are forward. Open up the body and come into warrior two. Stay there, breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Let's see if this makes it any better. No? Maybe. Draw the right arm underneath. Both thumbs are forward. Pull that right thumb back. Gaze at the left thumb. We're going to pulse into the left knee. Arjuna, 30 seconds, breath of fire through the nose. So forceful breath through the nose. That left thumb stays forward. The right elbow is back. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Look at that left thumb. Inhale, draw the thumb up to the sky. Let that arrow go behind you. Cartwheel the arms down. Come back into high plank. Left leg comes back behind. Open up the knees and come into a child's pose and breathe. Child's pose isn't for you. Sit on one side, sit on the other side, or even sit in your chair, or maybe a few cat-cows. These are all different options. Come forward with pushing that imaginary marble with the nose. Draw straight up, tuck the toes underneath. Come to downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels, nod the head yes, shake it no, roll up to the tippy toes, push down into the heels, and step the right foot forward. Draw the arms straight up into crescent. So the left heel is back, the hips are square. You feel the space in the arms, the shoulders. Now press the left heel down. Hips are still forward, shoulders are still forward. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. Open the arms into Virabhadrasana two. Look in front of you, look behind you. Notice your stance. See if your right heel is centering the arch on the left. Draw the left arm underneath. Pull that left arm back. Both thumbs are high to the sky. Draw that elbow back. Breath of fire through the nose. Pulsing on the right side. Gazes at that right thumb. Arjuna is that faithful student of Krishna, knowing that the universe is happening outside of his mind, knowing the universe is feeding upon his thoughts. Inhale, draw the thumb up to the sky. Let that arrow go with your intention. Cartwheel the arms down. Draw the right leg back behind. Come into a high plank. Open up the knees and come into a child's pose and breathe. Fingers are forward. Wiggle them out. Press the palms down as though you're pulling them toward you, but they're staying extended. Breathe. 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 Draw the arms forward, the weight forward, come up into cat-cow. Pull the tailbone back, press the chin forward. Pull the tailbone back, press the chin forward. Tuck the toes underneath. Come up into a standing position. Sweep the arms straight up. We're going to come into what's called a moon salutation. Step the feet out wide. Pivot the left toe, look toward the left side. I'm going to split myself so that I can face you. I'm going to bend down into the left knee, look straight forward, and then straighten the arm, lift the arm up behind, and come down into triangle. Left arm down, right arm up. Lower the right arm down, come onto my back knee. Draw both arms up again, keep the toe curled behind. Inhale, exhale, draw the hands on the inside of the foot, uncurl the back toe. Find your inhale, and then on the exhale, twist the left arm as you look up. Inhale, lower the left arm back down. Exhale, right arm comes up. Inhale, lower the arm down. Now this is going to get tricky. For some of you, you just may stay here. For others, we're going to walk forward into half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. So maybe your hand goes forward to a wall, a chair, a block, maybe on the floor, right palm is up. Draw the right heel up just for a moment. Lower the right hand back down and step the right foot behind the heel. Pull that hamstring toward the right foot. Now this may not be available for all of you. Go ahead and lean on something. Stand a little taller. Pull that left heel back. And then flip the weight forward and come into a straddle forward fold. Breathe in, breathe out. Maybe your hands are on a bench, a block, a chair. Draw the left palm up and look at the hand and lower it down. Draw the right palm up, look at the hand and lower it down. Lift halfway up and then come back down. Circle sweep the arms straight up. Come up into a 5-pointed star, and then I'm going to face you, but you stay where you are. Bend down into a goddess, knees wide, palms open. Back up into a 5-pointed star. Back into goddess. Thumbs are back behind you, heart is open. 5-pointed star again. And then this time we're going to come down now to the right side. So as you bend into the right knee, looking at the right. Draw the palm up, inhale, exhale. Reach straight forward and come into Trikonasana, opposite side. Now again, maybe your hand is just on your thigh. Maybe your hand is on a block, a chair. Maybe your hand is toward the earth. Gaze up toward the left palm. Lower the left arm down. Come into your left knee. Keep the toe curled at first and sweep both arms straight up. Inhale. Exhale the hands on the inside of the right foot. Find the inhale. Exhale, twist the arm up. Inhale, lower the right arm. Exhale, left arm up. Find that twist. Lower it back down. Now, walk the hands forward, and this is where we float into that Ardha Chandrasana opposite side. I totally just cut off my. So find your own position. Draw the left palm up, gaze toward it, look back down. Look back up. And then lower the left hand. Lower the left foot, draw that right foot back, open up that hamstring, and then flip the weight forward into your forward fold. Vajrapradama. Left palm or right palm on the ground, gaze up at the left, lower it back down. Draw the right palm up and lower it back down. Circle sweep the arms straight up, back up into your 5-pointed star. And into goddess posture. Think of where the mind is. What is it that you desire? Feel that with every fiber of your being right here. And then on the exhale, allow yourself to connect with that deserving power. It's on its way. Feed the mind with good, resourceful energy. Draw the palms straight up again. And then come back into a standing position. Draw the hands together. Now this is where I have fun, loud, drumming, crazy, wild music. When we do these on camera, I can't because I can only have music that's royalty free. So you can do this at home for 3 minutes, 5 minutes. We're gonna go about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Yogi shuffle or yogi boogie. Just start shaking your arms, start shaking your legs, bounce up and down, bounce, 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 shake, dance, move, boogie. The yogi shuffle is when you pound the heels onto the ground underneath you. But again, what energy is in you? Where do you feel like you need to shake out the sillies? Shake out the doubts. Shake out what's angry, frustrating, confusing. Dance, play. If you're at home, put on some crazy, fun, wild drumming music or something that makes you clap your hands, dance a beat. Shake, 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 move, 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 move. Yoga boogie, yoga boogie. All right, come back into a standing position. And now we're gonna come back into our aura building. One more time, this time standing. So you inhale, lift the hands straight up the body. Exhale, push straight away. Let the arms float out to the side and come back down. Connect with your mind. How do you let your mind feed upon itself? If you could, and you can, but we don't always realize it, but if you could completely create that canvas we call life, what are the items that you would put into that canvas? Where does your mind feed upon itself appropriately? And where does it get lost in old stories, other people's insecurities that they projected onto you? Clear that aura. Clear the mind. One more time. Inhaling. Exhaling. And then connect to the hands in Vajrapradama mudra, that 3 series. I've got this. I've got this. Find a soft smile through your cheeks. Notice how your mind doubts you at times and smile at that. It's a teacher. It's just showing you where you have yet to still grow. Then come down onto your knees into Lotus mudra. The thumb, the pinky are touching. Knowing that when we get still and quiet, that's how we are fed information. Circumstances, coincidences, look for them. And then last mudra, trusting the universe. Thumb, 2 middle fingers, and coming down onto our belly. The idea of doing less can scare us. The idea of doing more seems to be what we think needs to happen. So if we come into the belly, we're going to come into bow. Reach one hand up behind you, and maybe that's all you can do. Maybe the other hand behind you, and that's all you can do. Maybe you can hold on to both feet. How the idea of doing less and flowing can scare us. So sometimes go ahead and be that boat on the water. Pull the upper body up. It's bow. I keep saying boat, bow, a bow. Breathe, 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 breathe. Exhale, draw the heels into the glute and allow the left ear to come down. How the idea of doing less can scare us. But so often less is more. Wait for the universal flow to blow its wind through our sails. Inhale, lift back up again. Breathe in, breathe out. And then exhale, right ear to the ground. Release the arms, release the hips, and wiggle the hips side to side. Feel the pelvic floor. Breathe. Breathe. Pushing yourself straight up into a high plank. Find breath of fire, or breath of light 2 times. So 7 exhale or inhales. Exhale through the nose. Again. Exhale through the nose and draw the right knee forward and come into pigeon. So left leg is extended back behind you. Toes are curled under. Come to the fingertips if you can. Inhale the nose and then exhale, come down. A soft, willowy sensation with the spine. Inhale and exhale a few rounds. And then uncurl the back toe and then allow the arms to come underneath the face, the head. Maybe you're on a block. Maybe this is way too deep for you. And so you can put your head up on a block or sideways or on the ground. But find the breath and feel how that right knee is pulling forward and left knee is behind you. Squeeze the thighs together. Stay in that space. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice the brain, notice the mind. Now inhale, draw the weight up. And you're going to sweep the left foot across. As the left foot sweeps way out and across, kind of extend the right leg. Cross the left ankle over the right knee, and then gently, slowly start to bring that right ankle in underneath the left knee. Draw the hands back into the face. Take in that scent that you had. Perhaps you're ready to switch to more of a chill aroma, like the hint of sandalwood. Maybe you have frankincense, maybe you have myrrh, patchouli, vetiver, something really quiet and grounding. Breathing it in, circling the upper body, forward and back, flexing, curling the spine. Notice the space through the hips, Angistambhasana. Each posture sends a subconscious signal, an affirmative thought to the brain. Capture that thought. Allow old energy to be released and new energy to literally be embodied. Scoop that front foot up. If that's in your practice, and rock side to side. Maybe that's not in your practice. Maybe just grabbing your foot and the hand. Notice your space. Find your breath. Draw the leg in, squeeze, 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 and release it out. And we're gonna come back into plank. Breath of fire, breath of light, just one time. 7 sips in. Hold it. Exhale through the nose. Draw the left knee forward. Keep the right leg extended. And again, opposite side may feel totally different. Fingertips are into the earth. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, press the chin into the throat. Inhale, lift the chin. Exhale, press it in. Willowy, soft spine. Let the head be the instigator of the movement. After your third round, uncurl the back toe, bring the arms underneath you. And again, this side of the body. Maybe you want that block. Maybe you're ready for the earth or the backs of your palms. Find the breath and notice the thoughts. Notice the myriad of thoughts that are whizzing through your brain, and just slowly observe. If your hands are near you, perhaps take in that scent, that aroma of hint of sandalwood. Something soothing, something calming. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then shift the weight over to the left side. Sweep the right foot across. Left leg is kind of extended, right ankle over left knee. And then scoot slowly, 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 bringing it back underneath. Flex, curl the spine. If it's really tight on your hips, as it is with Mike's, go ahead and just allow that leg to be extended forward. Have the posture meet you where you're at. Don't push yourself into any postures. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Scoop the foot up, rocking it side to side. Pressing the tailbone into the earth. Notice the space in the low back. Parsvottanasana. We're going to do reverse tabletop. Step back from your judgment and all that you've marveled, and look at all what you have marveled at in life. Step back from judgment. Lift up. Fingers are forward. Gaze down toward your toes. Look up toward the sky. Look over your right shoulder. Look over your left shoulder. And then lower back down. Lift the arms straight up. And then exhale, come forward. Extend, 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 extend. When we can step back from our judgment and marvel at what transpires through us, when we're open, we find more faith and what we don't know than what we do know. How often have you heard, the more I know, the less, or the more I understand, the less I know, right? Step back from judgment. Marvel at what we don't know. Inhale the hands back up one more time. Reverse plank. Look toward the toes. And lower down. Draw the arms straight up. Exhale forward. Extend the arms, extend the arms. Look over the right shoulder, look over the left shoulder. Lifting back up again. Open up the feet wide and come into a forward straddle. Now again, have a block in front of you, perhaps. Maybe that block is going to sit just underneath your ribs, and that's perfect. Maybe that block can come forward to where the chest is or the collarbones. Maybe that block can come to where the chin is. Just notice where you can relax. Breathe. Relax. Breathe. Breathe, 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 breathe. That other oil. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We grabbed a grounding oil. Kind of strong. There's not much in there, so I don't know if we can put any on you here. I have a little bit of myrrh. My sandalwood wasn't right there, so I grabbed myrrh instead. One more breath. Inhale, exhale, come forward. Let yourself relax. Turn the knees up toward the sky, the toes up toward the sky. Let the lower back release. Where does your mind feed upon itself? Where does it remind you of what you don't have, of what you can't do? Notice that. Smile at that because it's a teacher for you. It's not a truth. One of my favorite sayings is, it's never a state of affairs. It is always a state of consciousness. Breathe in, breathe out. Roll the body back up again. And then all three, or go through the aura builder one more time, and then all three mudras. So inhale the hands up. You can be seated in a chair, on the ground. You could be standing. So using your energy, using your mind, using your thought. What is it that you want to lift up? Is it some cool idea, some new opportunity? You want to send that out into the universe like a boomerang so it comes back to you? Or is it something that's been limiting, that's been blocking you? Lift that up, bring awareness to it. Use the scent of the oil on your hands. Articulate every nuance of where you would like to see your state of consciousness to be. And then connect with all three mudras again. I've got this. Vajrapradama mudra. I'm a creation of divine consciousness whose strength and power lovingly support me at all times. I've got this. And connecting in Lotus, awakening the heart. As I soften my eyes, love leads my path always. Open yourself to the divine force. Receive what you need. And then lift the hands up and lower down into Apan mudra. Trusting the process of life. Thumb presses against the two middle fingers, index and pinky are extended. Finding that breath. I trust the process. Breathe in, breathe out. And now gently tapping Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Tapping the thumb against each of the fingers. Just a gentle mantra. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. I connect to the divine powers within me, the deep wisdom of the highest self. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. We're connecting to each of the meridians of the elements within the body. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. This is something that you can do silently by yourself in an office. You can do this near a stoplight. You could do this on an airplane with your eyes closed. We're promoting relaxation of the nerves and developing a deeper concentration and connection to our inner relaxation. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya. Release the mantra and the mudra. 7 rounds of breath of light. Bring in the oil to your face at any time. Continuing, 7 sips through the lips, 1 for each chakra, like you're illuminating a Christmas ball, but red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet, and then exhale it out. Lifting that energy like this current of light through the spine, through the crown of the head, and then exhale through the nose, relaxing. Lifting light, exhaling dark. One or two left, depending upon your pace. Left hand on the heart, right hand on the belly. When we notice the mind running away, we have the ability to stop. We have the ability to smile, to see it as an overly dramatic reaction. Nothing wrong with it. Just reel it back in. Come back to this quiet space of awareness where you have time between thoughts. You have the opportunity to observe the emotions. Watching the mind, not being distracted by what you don't have. Staying in your deserving power. Honing in on your vibration, because as we know, it's not a state of affairs, it's a state of consciousness. Breathe in. Breathe out. Filter a smile through your eyes and across your cheeks. Connect with the mystery of existence. And drawing the palms together, drawing the thumbs to the third eye, may you find peace in your thoughts. Bringing the thumbs to your lips, may you find peace in your words. Bringing the thumbs heart center, may you find peace in your heart. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Thank you for joining me. We're well on to our way. Just a few weeks left, week 8, 9, 10, and 11. So grateful to have you all here. Respond to the emails. Let me know what have been your most pivotal moments. What journeys have you really appreciated? What mudras, what breath work, what oils? Looking forward to seeing